welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing this evening? Let's turn that down a smidge. Hi, say, yeah, you're all right. Go back to sleep. I know, I'm being loud. Get that out of the way. Hello there. Hopefully you're all doing well. I do apologize for the sun changes schedule, but hey, look how I prettied myself up just for you guys, right? Got a nice beard trim and a haircut today. I feel much lighter, which is nice. But hello. Hopefully you're all doing okay. I do apologize for the very sudden schedule change. Whoa! Thank you. So just to knock a couple things out of the way. Is Andy okay? Yes. To my knowledge, yes. He's all right. We just had some things came up that he like needed to take care of. So he's okay. He's fine. He's not like there's nothing wrong with him. There just something came up rather suddenly that he had to take care of, and he let me know like 4 or 5 hours ago that it might take a little long, and unfortunately he did. So we're gonna push back the Wednesday stream to next week, which is not a huge deal. It happens. So we will be doing that next week. But hey, it's just that little extra bit of anticipation. But the good news is, I'm not going to leave you all wanting. We are going to stream some Total War tonight, as promised. It's just that you're stuck with me instead. So, as many of you may well be aware, I have been working on achievement hunting for a hot while to get all the achievements for Total War Warhammer 3, as many of the achievements take a pretty considerable amount of effort. So, we tonight are going to be working on the next faction, as last time we got our achievement for Dwarfs. We did Dwarfs last time. So now we're on to the Dark Elves. How very spooky and nasty and evil and mwahaha. So, you may be wondering, Sotek, which Dark Elf art thou going to play? And my answer is, I don't know yet. We're gonna figure that out together. So, there are 6 Dark Elf characters to pick from. And YouTube, as a polling system, just happens to knock me down to a maximum of 4 choices. So, we're going to do a poll. Oh no, Spartan, not don't launch it yet. Because we have to do it simultaneously with the YouTube poll. There's a circle on my face. What? There is a circle on my face. Oh, I think I know what that is. Boop, boop. There we go. Circle's gone. Sorry, it was a mutation, but I've purged it. Okay. So we're gonna run a poll. Now, here's the question, chat. Do y'all want to do just are we gonna do a poll for a poll for a poll? I think we will. Let's just make it fucking ridiculous, right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do, whoops. I'm not smart. We're gonna do 3 polls. 3 polls. The first poll is, do y'all just want to do, well, actually probably 2 polls, potentially 2 polls. The first poll is, do you want to do a 4-way free-for-all, and whoever wins, wins, and we just do that one, or, I'll get that in a second, or do you want to do that there's a runoff poll after that? So we can either do 1 poll where it's the 4 characters that I'll narrow it down to, and whoever wins, wins. Or we could do it where there's a runoff poll where the 2 highest ones will compete, and it's just one or the other. So that's what you're going to vote for now. Do we do a runoff poll? Yes or no? So if you vote yes, then we're gonna do a runoff. which means that we'll take the top 2 Dark Elf Legendary Lords and they'll face off against one another. If you vote no, then we'll just, whatever the first vote is, will be the end of it. So make your choice now. There's a vote on YouTube and Twitch for those that are interested. Vote, 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 vote. Hopefully you're all having a lovely day. It's very nice to see you all. It is hot as fuck in Texas right now. It sucks. The summer actually has not been that bad for the most part, but August is just a beatdown. Like, it is over 100 degrees every single fucking day, and it is hot. But, you know, we're surviving. Arch Warlock, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on all the new Skaven boys and girls? They're excellent. They're very, very excellent. I'm very pleased. I think they did a really good job with them. I am personally disappointed that there was not more Eshin and Pestilence. It was pretty much just Scryer and Molder. Though the new Storm Vermin were really, really nice. They look good. Overall, I'm pretty pleased. I'm a Pestilence fanboy. Pestilence is my preferred clan. So I would have liked them, but yeah. No, Spart, we're probably going to announce it. Did you see my thing about what day we're gonna do it? Because, hold on. Okay, so I think we're gonna do it on, we're gonna announce it next Wednesday, so people will have 1 week of prep time to get it ready to go. So we're gonna announce it on the 21st, and we're gonna start it on the 28th, and then it'll run for however long it's gonna run. So that is my current plan, unless something comes up. Okay. So, okay, polls pretty heavily runoff. All right.
Playing as Ilario while muted. Now go sink that donut.
All right, so I'm gonna narrow it down to 4 options for you guys, and whatever characters get the top 2, we're gonna do a runoff. There are 2 characters that I'm just not interested in playing because I've played them a bunch, and I'm just not really interested in testing their features right now. So your options will be Malekith the Witch King, Crone Hellebron, Malice Darkblade, and Rakarth the Beast Lord. I am punting Marathi and Lokir to the curb because I have played them a bunch. And I don't think they've had any substantial updates in recent times. So I'm punting both of them over to the curb. We will play them maybe another day. Bishop of Cheddar, thank you for the 39 months. No, I'm not going to sink the donut. I'm going to conquer the donut. Shady Spinach, thank you for the 15 months. Studies have shown 3.14% of sailors are pirates. Pirates. That took me a second. I was like, okay, that's a pie joke, but what the fuck does that have to do with pirates? Okay, thank you. I got it. Go vote. Go vote now. Go vote. Let your voice be heard or forever hold your peace. Remember that the top 2 winning lords will go to a runoff. Oh my god. Good grief. Blah, blah, blah. While that's going, let me get my settings set up. Okay, yep, we're gonna do very hard, very hard. For crises, I think any of them is fine, really. Yeah, that's fine.
I seek my birthright.
Water went down the wrong pipe? It did, indeed. For just a moment. You just murdered 20 cities as Taurux in a single turn? That is the true joy of playing a Taurux campaign. Taurux is, as we say, goated in more ways than one. Just watched the video about the Phoenix Kings, and I finally understand why that northern area of Ulthuan is such an unpleasant climate for the land being salted. It's fun seeing all the little lore bits coming together. Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Fandangly. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad, hey, knowledge is power, whatever the fuck. The more you know. Yeah, hopefully you're all doing well. For those that just want to hear random bullshit going on in my life while we're waiting for the polls to wrap up, I did finish and got my application submitted for Iron Mouse's VTuber Academy thingamajigger. I don't think it's going to go anywhere because I know there are thousands of people more talented and interesting to watch than I am. But you never know. If you don't try, then what's the point? You know, sometimes you gotta put yourself out there and see what happens. So, fingers crossed, we'll see what happens with that. Rubber Rouser Orc. Sotek, you handsome devil. In the next DLC, what faction are you gonna play through first? I'm personally gonna be doing Guts Out Boys. Ogres, probably. Unless the Ogres are just terrible, then for me, it's definitely gonna be Bulk Pack first. I love Ogres. Like, I'll put it this way. I love the Ogres so much, I enjoy their current campaign, even though it has significant flaws. What is Malekith's current faction banner? The Sigil of Nagorond? It is Malekith's gauntlet grabbing the moon, which is really interesting now that you point that out, because that's essentially him seizing, Lilith, the goddess of the moon, who, well, man, Lilith is really complicated. But yeah, between corn, greenskins, and
Heed me or perish.
between corn, greenskins, and ogres are by far my favorite. Not even a contest.
We will drown this world.
Lord question, if you see it, doesn't technically Elithnar rule modern Nagaryth, or what is left of it, or how come the Dark Elves keep recolorizing that guerrilla warfare hellhole that it is? So, for many Dark Elves, especially Malekith, there is a sense of pride in reclaiming what is their ancestral homeland. They view it as their ancestral homeland, the land to which they, they call home, that belongs to them. And rebuilding Anarian's castle, rebuilding Anarian's fortress, the fortress of Tor Enlek, and really using that as this belongs to us. Now, you have Elithnar, known as the Shadow King, which Elithnar believes that basically everyone associated with the Dark Elves, or with Malekith, has lost control of the throne and doesn't deserve to be associated with it. So, when you remove all of those individuals, that would leave him as essentially the next most likely ruler. Okay. Polls are over, and it's going to be a runoff on both Twitch and YouTube, actually, between Rakarth the Beast Lord and Malekith the Witch King. So let's get our final poll started. What campaign are we playing? Rakarth the Beast Lord or Malekith the Witch King? All right, hop to it.
Shut up, demon!
goodness.
Every beast is mine to command.
It's not how you spell Malarian, but...
So, Sotek, Hildebrand versus Thankwol. Who would win?
You know, somehow, those two would end up, like, either working together or achieving something impossible. Like, they would both fail into winning. Such is their curse. I feel like it would probably result in something along the lines of a personal victory for Thankwol, but a crippling defeat for the Skaven.
Another wretched foulism thing joins the Red Host. Cursed Sotek.
Hurry up and vote if you haven't!
Nice
Hurry up and vote! Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Cosper, thank you for the 23 months. Nice haircut. Why, thank you. Man, oh, dude, the girl that did my haircut today, A, she was fucking gorgeous. B, she was very entertaining. She was very funny. But, which is hell, because normally when I get a haircut, I just kind of close my eyes and, like, essentially fall asleep the entire time. In this instance, I had a very good time talking to her. And it's like, man, she was good looking, which was very nice. Why does Malekith have the title of Witch King? What does that mean entail, even something specific? So essentially, it's that he's king, right? He is king of the elves, as far as he is concerned. So where you have the Phoenix King, he has basically usurped that title and has taken on Witch King. And witch literally is that he wields magic. That he is a sorcerer lord, a king that wields terrible and dark sorceries. And the term witch, hilariously, the actual reason he's called Witch King is because it's stolen directly from Tolkien, right? And it's a really cool name. The Witch King just sounds super badass. So, you know, they're like, oh, well, we're gonna go with that. Whereas in universe, witch from an elves don't really have a concept, or like the term witch seems to apply far more to Cain than it does to necessarily sorcery. So you could argue that being Witch King might more accurately translate to the king that is a king that is supported by Cain, or the king that represents Cain's will. Might be a more accurate way of looking at it. I don't think the designers thought about that. I think they just thought, oh, Witch King sounds cool. If I was trying to explain it in universe, I would suggest it means that he is a king that is anointed by Cain. Is probably what it would vaguely entail. Prophetum Knox, thank you for the super chat. Only a true-born son of a Naren will do, not a Snow and his pets. Arch, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, and your opinion is well heard. Arch Warlock, faction symbols, lore talk. Oh, that could be fun. Lore Bridge for Random Street. Yeah, that could be a fun one. All right. I think I am comfortable calling it. I feel like everyone who's gonna vote has voted. If you haven't, you've got like another couple seconds. Real quick, but I see a winner. Going once. Going twice. And that's time. All right, so YouTube has Malekith winning by 5%. Twitch has Rakarth winning but Rakarth only won by 4 votes, which those 4 votes are not enough to overcome the YouTube gap, which had 198 votes. 5% is much larger than 4 mere votes. So with that,
I will have my
the Witch King has claimed victory. Let's begin. Sign of the Emperor in 40k, witch is just a kind of just a slur for psychers. Well, yeah. I mean, in fantasy, a witch, the technical definition for a witch in Warhammer Fantasy from a human perspective is an individual that uses magic outside of the colleges of magic. So it's like unsanctioned magic. So if you're someone that wields either magic that is not supported by the colleges of magic, or you are illegally using magic, then you would be considered a witch. But to the elves, it means something different.
all bow before the Witch King.
The Witch King. Big Gang 72, thank you so much for the 39 months. I really appreciate it. Alrighty, let's get into it. I've not played Malekith in a very long time.
Sorceress of Nagaroth.
So this would be fun. I kind of wish he didn't start with a sorceress. I think if I had to choose, I would rather him start with either an assassin or a master or whatever.
I have been reading the Malus series lately. In the book they say Spite is a runt, but then later mention he is 24 feet from snout to tail tip. Just exactly how large are Cold One / Norgal, and how do they match up with
24?
cavalry in the setting?
Well, whoever wrote that just fucked up. They are not 24 feet. Whoever wrote that just goofed. That is an error.
X100. Beware very old dwarfs.
Like, good God, that would be, my lord, that would be gigantic. Grimaldus, thank you very much for the 17 months. Yes, in the original storytelling, Spite is a runt. He's smaller than the average Cold One, which leans very heavily into his viciousness, because the idea behind it is that because he's small, he's a lot more just nasty and vicious and compared to other Cold Ones. Now, this actually hilariously caused a bit of a controversy in Total War, as in Total War they are larger, or he's a little larger than most Cold Ones, because Total War runs with a philosophy that the characters are a little bit bigger. They stand a little larger than all other characters of the same type, because the idea behind it is that they're supposed to be easily identifiable. So you should be able to look at the battlefield and be able to easily pick them out. So they made them a little taller and bigger than non-character versions of the same model, which some people hate, some people don't care. I don't care, but some people dislike it. But in the case of Spite, this actually caused a fair amount of grumbling, understandably, because people were like, no, Spite's supposed to be smaller, but he's bigger. And CA was just kind of like, well, deal with it. And that was their response. We're too bad. Which is just the way it is. Sean DeWolf, thank you for the bits. Beware very old dwarfs. There's no such thing. I'm sure all of those legends and myths about some angry old dwarf are mere fabrication from the Dawi, trying to guilt various elves and make themselves seem cool.
The true king.
The only ancient dwarf of interest is long dead.
Malekith. All shall
I know, I was there when he died.
chosen of king. Come forth.
Tread spears.
By Shakira! Glorious destruction!
Sorceress of blood.
Murder awaits! Die
But yeah, in answer to the comment earlier, how large are cold ones supposed to be? There depends on the personal individual cold one and the exact species of horse you're comparing them against. But most cold ones are roughly the size of like large horses meant for battle. So like horses that have been bred for warfare. So, you know, big beefy horses is generally what they're on par with. Some are a little bigger, some are a little smaller. Like if you want to get really technical, this is actually never addressed within the setting, but if you want to get really technical, the cold ones of the lizardmen should actually be notably larger than the cold ones of the dark elves, which they are similar species, but they are different. With the cold ones of the dark elves are a subterranean species that live in like really nasty cold caves beneath the mountains. Whereas the cold one lizardmens live in the hot, humid jungles of Lustria and are native to there. But the dark elf ones are native to Naggaroth, which is actually quite interesting. But what I find peculiar, but if you think about it, they should actually be notably different sizes, in that the dark elf cold ones are thin enough or small enough that an elf can ride them well, being roughly equivalent to, you know, a steed. Whereas if you're dealing with the lizardmen, those are ridden by Saurus, which Saurus are quite a bit heftier. When compared to elves, like they're taller and thicker. This is something that I think Age of Sigmar actually did a much better job of addressing, because the cold ones of the Saurus should be more like the Agrodons of AOS, where they're big, nasty creatures, compared to the more typical cavalry size that you would see with oh my gosh, than you would see with the Dark Elves.
What's the best way to crack a cold one with the boys in Warhammer?
It's to call up your buds and ask if they want to get some of that sweet pig, and that should enough of a call will summon them, and then from there just bust it open as you do. You know. Scion, thank you for the super chat. When you and Andy finally do get together to play Total War, I'm voting for you to play Tarmakon Drazoth. That's a possible campaign. That is a possible campaign. I still don't know how we're gonna determine that. We were talking about that yesterday. Some of y'all may have actually caught that me and Andy did a very brief bonus stream last night, if you were quick enough to catch it, because we were actually testing a couple of systems out to make sure everything worked well, which we ran into some weird technical problems. And I mean weird with a capital W and an H thrown in there. Because we were actually messing around with, you know, like making sure that both of us were on screen and that the game looked good and all this other stuff. And what ended up happening is we discovered there was a really bizarre issue with Andy's camera, where when he was on camera, what should have been happening, or we kept getting like this annoying stutter. So like when Andy was on camera, If he was in Total War Warhammer, his camera would start to kind of like bug out, and he would like he'd be like freeze frame moving around like in a really weird way, like it'd be really stuttery, right? And if he was not in Total War, it was totally fine.
Sorceress of God!
And we were like, oh, that's super weird. Like, maybe there's just some, like, bizarre problem with the camera, yada, yada, yada. Like, you know, maybe we can find a little fix here or something. And so we played around with it for a while, and we ended up finding a fix, sort of. And the fix was really freaking weird. Because what we learned was that if Andy... This was the only way, like, we tried quite a few different methods. But what we learned was, if Andy screen shared with me on Discord, so he was sharing his screen with me on Discord. That caused the stuttering to stop. So if he was like streaming just some like random website over Discord, that caused his camera to start behaving and not cause any stutter, which doesn't make sense, because you would think that that would take more effort from his PC, not less. Because if he just had his if he wasn't streaming anything in Discord, like he wasn't sharing anything, we were just talking, there would be a stutter. And it didn't even matter, like, we even upscaled, like, the resolution, we tried different browsers, we tried all sorts of different things. Nothing else worked. That was literally the only thing I could find. Or we could find that worked. It was truly peculiar.
We are ready.
Slaughter them!
Dark Elves! Cold-blooded killers!
Fear me!
Damn rats. That's what I thought. Should have brought my chariot back sooner. That was moderately painful. Sean tells, do you ever think we'll see the Dawi Queens again anywhere? Also, an idea for a Wednesday stream is ranking the Lawhammer or Lordbeard streams. Oh, dude, trying to rank, those are big lists. Like, we'd have to rapidly increase our, actually no, we would have to grossly decrease the amount of talking we're allowed to do on each subject, or else those streams would last for like 1,000 years. Like, oh my god, those streams would be long. Sweet Jesus. As for Dwarf Queens, do I think we'll ever get one? Sadly, no. I think the best case, well, in Total War, no. I think the best case scenario is that we will get a female dwarf character. So like a Rune Priestess of Valea, maybe if they did Guildmaster Engineers as a new Lord type to give us a shooting focus Lord, maybe they could make those ladies so that, like, oh, we have a female character. They could do it that way, but I think any other method would be pretty much a no-go. As much as I genuinely hate to say that. Just because, like, there wouldn't really be a difference between a Dwarf Queen and a Dwarf Lord. So I just wouldn't see them really being interested in doing that just for the sake of doing it, if that makes sense. Can you suggest a Skaven clan ranking? We do have one that I think we will do in the future, which is raiding the Council of 13 members. That one is very doable. What about Helga the Dwarf Queen? As a legendary lord, yeah, Helga's possible. I wouldn't say she's guaranteed by any stretch, but she's certainly possible. Marble's great. Yeah, the reduced construction cost, and we get all those other goodies. Yeah, sign me up. And then let's sacrifice a bunch of slaves for growth. Oh, yeah, whine about it. Let's see, I really want to get on that Beastman. I'm gonna wait for one more turn of healing. Then we will march over there and start messing things up.
You cannot begin to comprehend my power.
Let's extort all of these other dark elves.
What motive brings you to treat with us, Druchii?
Of course.
For as much as we can. Interesting. You can make a early non-aggression with the cage breakers. That's funny.
The blessings of Cain be upon you.
All right, that'll do for now.
My cruelty knows no limits.
Remind them that I am king. Mortark ranking would be cool. We'd have to do the end times Mortarks, which would be fine. But yeah, that could be a decent one. I could see working out okay. Do I think we'll see dwarf queens in the old world? Yes. That I do think is very possible. GW has been doing a much better job and working much harder at trying to have, like, more dynamic ranges. So not just like, oh, they're all dude minis or they're all lady minis, but having, like, a genuinely interesting mix. And I do believe that they're gonna continue with that into the old world. We're at a really weird place right now in the old world where it kind of feels like we're not actually in it. We're more like in the prequel to it because we're barely getting any new minis. And we're just getting these like really pathetic, skinny little books that don't have a lot of info in them. So, and like there's no active campaigns going right now. It's just sort of like, oh, like this thing's happening, and while this thing's happening, this other thing's happening, and etc. So I'm expecting that at some point in the nearish future, well, I don't know if I'd say near future, but at some point, they will lean into they will want to lean into like actually expanding the ranges, but we're not quite there yet. I would auto-resolve this, but like Grombrindal's right there, and I don't want to take any undue casualties if I don't have to. Okay. More loot faction wide could be really good, but let's get our control a bit more under control. Haha. Any thoughts on the old world Warriors of Chaos not receiving new sculpts? So that's not necessarily super surprising right now. Are we gonna fight side by side with Grombrindal? Wow, talk about fucking tragic right at the onset. Fighting Fighting side by side with my old friend. Sighting him across the battlefield, running to my aid against the dastardly Skaven. If only he knew. If only he knew what awaits him in the near future. What about Everchosen ranking? No, that's not doable, in my opinion. And Andy, I think, would agree with that. Because we know so little about... We only know, like, 3 or 4 of them. And of those 3 or 4, we, like, 2 of them no. We know, so, of those, I'm just gonna hide. Because in typical Dark Elf fashion, why would I put my troops at stake when I can simply let the dwarfs do the fighting for me? Why not let the brave Dawi take their... Let's allow the Dawi to avenge their grudges against the Skaven. Truly, that would be what they would prefer. Certainly. Why take the fun from the dwarfs when I can just sit back and allow them to do what they do best? It's only fair. I'm sure it's what they would want.
Friends to enemies to reluctant lovers, a classic Druchii tale.
What? Now, an Everchosen workshop, that's doable.
How would Malekith react if he meets Snorri again?
Probably not. I don't know. That's something me and Andy actually talked to Farah a bit about during the Malekith and the Grombrindal streams. I think we talked about it more in the Grombrindal stream. But I don't actually know. It would be an interesting and complicated topic. Because there's definitely a lot that could be said, a lot that could happen. But as to exactly what, I don't think there's an easy answer for that. It would depend a lot on your personal opinion. If you go watch the Grombrindal Lorebeard stream, we did actually talk quite a bit about the what if of Malekith encountering Grombrindal. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna use these dwarfs as magic juice for my spells. Just gonna use Power of Darkness on these little dwarfs here. Poor Dawi. So focused on the Skaven, they didn't realize the true threat. Poor Dawi. Ever chosen workshop and or ranking? We could definitely do a workshop. Oh yeah, dude, I wish I had Blade Wind right now. Don't mind me, I'm just blasting you guys with a little bit of friendly fire sorcery. Or friendly ice, I should say. Poor dwarf. It's such a dirty tactic, but I'm playing Dark Elves, so, you know, why not indulge? Using their believed alliance against them. Oh, what a villain I am. How evil I've become. So I know you've yet to properly experience more of them, but what of the Final Fantasy 14 jobs do you think various Warhammer characters would be? I will answer specific characters. I'm not just going to go down the list, but if you want to be like, what about these 3 characters? I will give a shot. Malachi would definitely be a machinist. I feel like Grimgar would probably be what, a pugil? I'd say probably like some kind of warrior barbarian. Whichever one's the one with the big axes. Barbarian, right? Damn dwarf magic resistance. It's not saving him that much. I mean, I've killed 36 dwarves, and I'm just going to keep going. If he's just going to sit there, I'm just going to keep blasting him with spells. Until the Skaven have completely fled off the battlefield. Every little tick of damage is worth it. Marauder Warrior. Yeah. So that would be Grimgore. Spell Rising, thank you very much for the super chat. Question about lore beers. Have you considered doing a character episode 1 week and a place episode the next? Episodes about characters are my favorite, but they always get murdered in the poll. That's an interesting note. Because I agree that there has been some... I agree that characters have actually been doing quite poorly. Ooh, the Dagger of Hotek. Ooh. In recent times. Because I have actually wanted several characters to win recently, and they've just not... they've just not been doing well. Unfortunately. Give me Route Marcher so I can be fast. You're gonna pick up Fireball. And now that the dwarves have softened up the Skaven for me, I'm gonna wait one more turn, actually. I'm gonna wait one more turn. But I do appreciate the dwarves doing my job for me. You get used to it. Thank you for the 41 months. Dakala was the last character stream. Yes, Dakala was the most recent. Was that one that long
the most
ago?
edgy contest between Malekith, Alethana, and Archaean. Yay, 41 months.
Who wins an edgy between those It is done. I would say... That's tough. Are the Beastmen joining? Oh no, I thought the Beastmen were going to join in. That was going to be super funny. In an edge contest. I mean, Archaon's literal goal is to kill everyone. It's to utterly destroy reality so that the gods will starve and choke on the death, which is pretty fucking edgy. So I would probably say Archaon. Alright, once again, I'm gonna let the dwarves do a lot of the work for me. Because why would I put myself at risk when I don't have to? Why work when I can make others do my bidding for me? It wasn't the Dark Elves that brought down the High Elf Empire after all. It was another force. The dwarves. And as the dwarves served me once in the past, Malekith, so shall they serve me again in this era. You get used to it. By the way, thank you very much for 41 months. You and Andy should do a co-op Malekith Grumberdale campaign that is just a long therapy session working out their issues. That's actually a tempting idea, I'm not gonna lie. Malekith Grumberdale co-op could be quite fun. I see potential in that. Get up here, harlot. Malekith. Come and die for me, old friend. Where's that pesky runesmith? It'd be cool if Warhammer Plus had a Warhammer What If show. I mean, I guess I'd never watch it because I'm not going to pay for Warhammer Plus, but...
Lord of Nagaroth.
Sorceress of Grund!
I want to see what these lads are going to do. If I could kill the hammerers, I'd be quite pleased with myself. What will you do?
Malekith.
That'll work.
Aria! Aria! Aria!
Come forth. Fear me. All shall tremble.
Make sure they're not shooting my guys. Okay. I've got all the time in the world. Wish I had more magic. How much for a Grumberdal and Malekith co-op campaign? That's not fair for me to answer because Andy's not here. So, unfortunately, I would love to answer that, but Andy's not here, so I don't feel comfortable answering that. I hate that I can't target the walls. If only I had a really good bombardment spell. Surprised the Skaven haven't surrendered yet. Come on, everybody come off the wall. I've got enough for 2 of these. All right. We'll let the dwarves clean up. The people truly want my alchemical romance option. Oh, Gelt and Zhao Ming. I feel like that's because the people want to try and force Annie to talk about Gelt before they've earned it. Because last I checked, Lawhammer's only at 6.3k subscribers. And that needs to be at a nice round 10k subscribers for the Gelt content. Though I could see the debate that, well, it's not a Lorebeards episode, we just want you to play as them. But maybe if I were to play as Gelt. Actually, I would probably, if people really wanted that, I would probably counter offer a Grease's Goldtooth Zhao Ming. Would probably be my counter offer. With me playing Greasus, Andy playing Zhao Ming, and then we would deal with Gelt. But not play him. Not play him. Not yet.
true king. Yes.
Yeah, I'll take sadistic. Yeah, Grobendolf took some pretty good damage, all things considered. He lost about 28 hammerers. Not bad, not bad. Okay, here's a question, chat. Y'all wanna do a poll? Y'all wanna do a poll? Here's your poll. Do we betray and kill Grombrindle? Or do we attempt to redeem ourselves and try to force an alliance with him? Knowing that that's pretty much fucking impossible. But do we try? Do we try to be better than our dark elven nature? Do we try to redeem Malekith with Grombrindle? No. All suffer to serve the Witch King. Oh, I can't type that. All suffer to serve. All suffer to serve me. Yes. We must honor our oath. All right, polls up. Do we backstab and kill Grombrindle right here and right now? Do I come out and end him and put an end to this ghost that pretends to be my ancient friend? Because surely it's not really him. It's merely an etheric fabrication. A spiritual creature masquerading as my once friend who is long dead. Or do I say no? No, it truly is him. And he may not forgive me. But we must try. Is he a victory condition? Is he? No, he is not a victory condition. Nope, you do not have to kill Grombrindle. Samurai for Tyrion, Reaper for Malice? I don't know enough about Reaper to agree with that. I don't know about enough about Reaper. I don't know if Reaper has enough of the, like, dark pact stuff going on. I checked my victory conditions. Look, destroy Etain, take Lothern, raise a bunch of 75 settlement shit, the Shrine of Cain, destroy Avalorn, Etain, Nagaroth, Order of Lore Masters, Yivris, Knights of Kalador. Nothing in there about Grombrindle. Don't get me wrong, this is gonna be, like, insanely difficult. Because we'll have to, like, speed confederate or beat the shit out of the other Dark Elves. Vote now! Vote now! Or if someone wants to, like, No, I shouldn't do that. I should let y'all vote. I was tempted to be like, if someone does, like, $50, I'll just do whatever that person says. All right, I think that's enough time. All right. The majority of people want us to try...
Your death will be remembered in another of my glorious sagas.
to try and smooth things over with our old friend. So here's what we gotta do. Wait, where's the join war option? Oh, we're both at war with the same person. Okay.
Lord of the Black Tower.
Now, I will note, if if Grombrindal decides to declare war on us, that will be, hey, we gave it our best shot, but Dwarf is gonna dwarf, and he refuses to, he refuses to be reasonable. But we gave it our best shot.
My cruelty knows no limits.
So we will not betray him. We will fight alongside him. To the best of our ability.
The Druchii are mad, bloodthirsty killers, and you seem to rule them.
We'll do our best to absorb the other Dark Elf factions. Which is probably going to make Grombrindal mad, to be honest. But, you know, we can only do so much. Oh, a big old Skaven army stuck around my backside.
Speak.
More than just Skaven. I really want this more than I care about Har Cauldra, I'm not gonna lie. Because if I get this... So, because we're not gonna betray him, we should fight for real by his side. We should fight for realsies. We should say, I will stand beside you, Grombrindal, and I will no longer blast you with spells.
Malekith. Malekith.
Dark shards. Dark shards.
Sorceress of Grund!
Is this a way to spite the High Elves? Yeah. Good going there, Skaven.
Battle ready. Advancing. Bloody murder. Kill them. Merciless warriors. The merciless host. The merciless host. Red spear. Onwards to murder.
They're easier to deal with if weaker. I like what you're putting down. That's true Dark Elf thinking right there. It's for his own good, chat. It's for his own good. If we weaken him sufficiently, he'll be easier to bargain with. And we need him to bargain with us. So it's important we soften him up. Just a bit. We need him to suffer some losses.
Another wretched foul-lizard thing enjoys the red host.
Not to be wiped out, but just softened up a smidge.
Druchii fellow.
Who's this Druchii fellow? He was at your wedding. How did you not remember him, dude? Like, he has done so much for you and you don't even remember who he is? Disappointed in you, Jethro. Thank you for the 19 months. I really appreciate it. Queek, Gelt, Vlad, and Krokar for 5 Fantasy 14 jobs. Krokar is definitely a Dragoon. Not even a question. Krokar is a Dragoon. Dude's like a hardcore monster killer, you know, dealing and rides a Grimlock who is like exterminated the dragons of Lustria. Yeah, absolutely. Dragoon. Queek? I'll come back to Queek. Gelt is probably what, a red mage, a black mage, one of those two. Vlad would be. Vlad would be some kind of like really skilled warrior wizard. Like a swordsman that also is good at using spells. I forget which. I know there's a career that does that. I forget which one it is.
It is done. Malekith.
Snorri isn't gonna forgive me? Snorri will never. Snorri doesn't have to know. What Snorri doesn't know can't hurt him, okay?
Chosen of kings. I will have destruction. Malekith. I fear no one.
Ah, Queek being Viper. Yeah, that would make sense. Vlad is Dark Knight. Ah, I can see Dark. Yeah, I can see that. I can see Vlad being Dark Knight. Yeah, Queek is Viper. I would agree with that. I think that's good. Which is ironic, considering the whole thing with snakes and rats, but yeah.
Lord of Nagaron. I lust for slaughter. Hear my words.
Yeah, that killed 2 of them. If I get like 2 more chill wins, I think we can actually hurt the hammerers pretty bad. That's another 3. No, come back! Don't run away. You were so squishy and weak in that particular formation.
On to slaughter. Advancing. Counter.
Any character you can see as a Pictomancer?
Malekith.
Pictomancer's pretty weird.
All shall
Maybe like a Shadow Wizard character,
Witch King.
or like a Slanesh Sorcerer character.
Moving out.
Would make sense for that.
Glorious carnage. Setting forth. Attend me.
Nice. We killed a lot of hammerers through magic. We just killed a lot of hammerers. Such is the price of friendship. What about blue mages? Blue mages are more about like stealing abilities from creatures and using them, right? So they'd be like amber wizards or beast wizards, weirdly enough. The mask, I feel like, well, the mask would be a dancer. Just gonna have Malekith supervise. Everyone knows that's the most important job, right? Supervisor? Bro, look at the gyrocopters. Oh, you love to see. Oh, you love to see it. Oh God, the gyrocopters. Oh God, the dwarf manatee. Oh, delicious. He'll be in desperate need of a good friend after this. And we'll be right there, a shoulder for him to cry on. Gotta make sure I'm nice and close to the wall so they don't shoot me. friends, chat. For those that don't know, find someone you want to be friends with in real life and purposely manipulate them into really bad situations so they become weak, isolated, and lonely, and then swoop in and save the day. That's a very healthy, normal way to make friends in real life. I need someone to put like legal print below that. It says, "Please, this is not legal. This is not legal counsel. Please don't follow this advice." Ugh. Could I explain what happened between the two if it doesn't take too long? It's actually not that long of a story, interestingly enough. The basic gist... The basic gist is that... The easiest way to put it is that Malekith, before he became the Witch King, so he was just Malekith the hero, right? Malekith, the cool, big, awesome, badass dude. When Malekith was much younger, he was pretty much in charge, in many ways. He was pretty much in charge of things going on in what we now know as the Old World, which are called the Elven colonies. So it was his job he was kind of one of the big pioneering elves that was out there leading the charge and helping out with the Elven colonies and yada, 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 yada. And while he was out there, he ends up discovering... Actually, if I get the garrison, can I hold these guys off? 2 bleak swords, 2 dark shards, and a dark rider. Plus... So that would put me at 4 dark shards. 4 bleak swords. 1 dark rider and 2 dread spears against a warlord with clan rats and skaven slaves. Nah, I don't think we'd be able to win that. Well, actually, if I hire a lord, we might. Oh no, I don't have enough to insta build. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay. So, anyway, basically, Malekith was in charge of this territory, or Malarian, if you want to be technical. But Malekith, was the first person to encounter the dwarfs. So he's the first guy that met the dwarfs and, established relationships with them, established friendship with them, you know, things were getting off the ground and going. And as they were talking and back and forth and all this stuff, he, over many years, ends up befriending Snorri Whitebeard, and who was the High King of the Dwarves at the time. Okay, I'm going to do something extra scandalous here. And instead of going back to defend my territory, I'm going to attack the dwarf territory.
My axe yearns to be plunged into your skull.
Does it, though? That's what I thought.
Very well.
Dongles! I cannot abide the notion, but we have no choice. Let me help you, friend.
Cease your provocations.
Do I want more control here? I'm not sure if I do or not. Oh, dang it. I should have had him join another war with me. Well, shoot. That's fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. We're probably going to want a general watching over the city. What kind of general do y'all want? Do we want the sexy dark elf mommy, who's like one of the hottest generic characters in the game? Do we want a Beastmaster? Do we want a Dreadlord with crossbow? Or do we want a Supreme Sorceress? I am open to thoughts and opinions. In fact, that's exactly 4 choices, so we can do a poll. What lord to summon for Nagaron? Hot, goth, elf, mommy, lord. Supreme sorceress. High beast master. Or dreadlord with crossbow. Pulls up. Biofoot, we must liberate the UK from the Fishmen so that Andy can internet freely once again. Much love, Sotek playing an AOS game. Catch the VOD later. Oh, well, thank you for the super chat. And Andy has not been captured by Fishmen, but I appreciate the sentiment. And I'm sure he would as well. What about Boris or Kostaltin as a gunbreaker? I mean, gunbreaker's odd. Because the whole idea that it's like a melee weapon that has a gun in it that's also designed to push through to shatter other guns. I don't know who. That's a really that's such a narrow, specific, weird concept of a weapon. I would probably think like. Fuck, I don't know. That's weird. That's a weird one. Ronan, hi, Loremaster. Any chance of a Malice Darkblade and Krokar Lorebeard stream? That is certainly possible. That is certainly possible. Okay, looks like Hot Elf Mommy won by like... Hey, vote! Vote on the goddamn poll! I see you all just sitting there being lazy, not doing anything. Vote the poll! Participate! Make me feel like make me feel like I matter. Support. Do something.
Our enemies shall tremble.
I see how only 50 of you have voted.
Ever vengeful.
I think I might order a pizza for dinner here in a little bit. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. One second.
Potrack 121 cheered. X100. BTW Sotek. Did you hear that Andy got rules for fishmen in Warhammer?
I know there are rules for Lakemen that my GM pulled up once. I have not heard if he did actual fishmen. Because Lakemen are different. Sadie has a okay, that's a little better. Okay, looks like hot mommy won. All right, it's hot mommy time. Hilariously, she is like the least optimal pick as far as like what she brings to the table because she's basically just Malekith but worse.
Master of cruelty.
But goddamn if she ain't, I fucking love this model, dude. It's so gorgeous. All right, she'll make sure shit doesn't hit the fan. Okay, and I'm not going to repair Har Cauldra because I'm pretty sure the Skaven are going to take it over here in a second. Someone asked about Fishman in the stream and he said he got rules for it. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll bug him about it. Okay, he took over the Temple of Cain. That's not ideal, but maybe we'll be able to trade him for it later. Because I would definitely prefer that for myself. Bum, bum, bum. Grond is dead. That was really fucking fast. Okay.
Fear me. Fine. Talk if you must. It won't change your fate.
I will join your war against the Beastmen. You don't... Okay, you don't really want anything for that. Okay, that's fine. Fine, I'll deal with the ogres myself.
By Cain. No.
He has a fucking iron blaster? Oh my god. Why does he have an iron blaster in his camp? Jesus. I'm tempted to auto-resolve this, but I kind of want to see what the fuck. How does he have an iron blaster? What? Oh, I forgot to answer Blue Cloud's thing. So anyway, Malekith and Snorri Whitebeard became super good friends, and when Snorri was dying, Malekith was literally his best bro in the world. Like, he was basically a surrogate dad to Malekith. And the two of them had this really heartfelt, really sweet and tragic goodbye, where Malekith was literally the last person that ever got to talk to Snorri alone, before he died. Like, he was the last person that talked to Snorri. And after their chat, Snorri basically made him promise that he would defend everything they had built, and make sure that it didn't fall into ruin. And Malekith swore that oath. And then Malekith proceeded to, as you know, much later in the story, turn around and basically be like, yeah, I know I made that promise, but I got other stuff going on. And went and did his own thing that involved using the dwarfs as a weapon against the High Elves. Quite literally violating that oath in every way possible. Like, he not only violated the exact wording, but also the spirit of it and everything else. It was a mess. And because he did that, Snorri Whitebeard essentially came back from death. And there's a whole thing about it. But if you want to know more, go watch our... Go watch me and Andy's Grombrindal Lorebeard stream, where we get into like all the big juicy details and specifics. Yeah, I'm not gonna get closer than I have to. Against the ogres, I am playing dirty, thank you very much. Especially because they got a fucking iron blaster. Luckily the ogre camp is actually pretty poorly designed to take advantage of a iron blaster. Well, those are some dead Noblars.
Chosen of Cain. Malekith.
By your command.
All right, with me.
Battle ready. Death is coming. Kill everything. Dark shards.
Dark Shards, advance!
Slaughter.
Sorceress of blood!
Dread spears. Dark shards. Suffering for all.
Sorceress of blood! On!
The true king. Onward! I crave battle.
Into the camp!
Chariots.
We'll tear them apart one wall at a time.
Destruction. Come forth.
So says the Witch King.
We are ready. Forward. Blood for Cain.
How the fuck was that?
Dark Elves. It is done. Druchii, forward. Dark
You two,
Elves.
kill the Noblars.
Destruction. Bleak swords. To destruction.
I think he could see me.
At once.
Lord of Nagaroth, spreading misery.
Sorceress of blood!
Onwards to murder. The merciless host.
Wah.
Dark shards. For the king. Nagarothi.
True heir of Anarion. I am ready. Setting forth.
We are ready. Eager for battle.
Merciless host.
Sorceress of blood!
Nagarothi.
At once! Aria! Aria! Aria!
All shall tremble. Hear my words.
Bleak swords.
Sorceress of blood!
Just give them a big leadership debuff.
Dark shards.
Take out that iron blaster.
Fear me.
Going. Advance, Druchii.
Executioners, form up.
Malekith.
Blackguards. Attack. Death.
Kill him.
Nagarothi. The merciless host. Dealers in death. Eager for battle.
Turn about.
We are ready.
Okay.
Malekith.
Kill everyone left. You can't do multiple WAs. There's cooldowns on WAs. Obviously, you've played the game. You know there's cooldowns. Silly gooses. I really hope ogre tyrants or camps get substantially cooler with the ogre update for Golgthag.
Druchii. Massacre them.
Kill him.
I fear
Sion, what are the odds greenskins get troll magic as a fourth lore of magic and a second option for troll hags? It'd be a way for greenskins to get healing. It's possible. I have no fucking idea what Games Workshop's I have no idea what Games Workshop's opinion on that would be, because that would be entirely up to GW. That, like, Creative Assembly would get no voice on that. They would have to. Ooh, man, that would be tricky. Because they would basically have to go to Games Workshop and say, hey, technically, the old world is like Warhammer Fantasy, even though we understand, like, it's not the era of Karl Franz, right? It's not the modern era, but it's essentially the same setting. So we would like to use it. Like, use stuff from it when appropriate. Because there are a lot of things from the old world that I would love to see in Total War Warhammer. Like, I would really like to see Tomb Guard chariots, for instance, for the Tomb Kings. Yeah, I'll take this one myself. And, like, I think a lot of people would love to see, like, Bretonia get Knights of the Realm on foot and a bunch of other things. But I have genuinely no idea what Games Workshop's opinion is on it. Because GW has all the power in that. So there's troll magic. Yeah, troll magic is brand new to the old world, and it's a lore of magic that only Giant River troll hags can use. Well, that's not true. There is a orc special character that can use it, but he's exclusive to the old world. I would say that that's interesting. I would say it's possible. I don't know how possible. GW has been pretty persnickety in recent times. about like what is and isn't allowed for Warhammer. So, or for Total War Warhammer. So like, yeah, like when it comes to stuff from Age of Sigmar, I feel like I have a pretty good gauge about what they think about what they're going to say yes to and what they're going to say no to. I think I have that nailed down pretty good, but I have absolutely no idea what GW is doing as far as like, would they be considered different for the old world? That's a great question that I will try to get answered because I'd like to know the answer, but GW never tells us. To be 100% transparent, Games Workshop does not talk to anybody. Games Workshop does not tell anyone anything. They operate very clandestinely and do not like to answer questions, and do not like to confirm or deny things. They prefer for people to leave them alone, and not to answer questions because that's just the way they are. Creative Assembly is significantly more open. However, they also don't necessarily have all the answers. So it's a complex situation. You know what? Let's fold inwards a smidge so we can have more oppressive firepower to the front line. We're gonna maximize out our magic. Slow down some ogres. Yeah, you eat that movement debuff. Make sure all of our dark shards are on guard stance. We're gonna bring our chariots back around this way. Actually, I'm gonna save your stuff. Ooh, that was really painful. I think this army's led by a butcher. Yeah, it is. Okay. Or not a butcher, but a slaughtermaster. You might as well countercharge. You don't have charge defense against large, so you're gonna have a bad time, but... Okay, this flank's looking a little dicey. Okay, if we can get rid of that Slaughtermaster sooner rather than later, that would be nice. Let's do some more movement debuffs. Okay, this flank's looking okay. Need y'all up there. Dad's gonna go with you. Okay, good. Let's countercharge. Oh god. Yeah, we're gonna win, but like, holy moly, we are definitely in pain. This is very painful. I'm doing this for you, Crop Rental. I'm doing this for you. And I really am. I'm doing this so I can sell him the settlement. But good God, is he making me work for it? Okay. Oh, that was a little painful. Hang it! Oh, wait, that one guy, you know, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Malekith made that oath? No, I don't think Malekith made that oath in bad faith at all. I think he was being 100% genuine. But, you know, elves see the world very differently than dwarfs do. And the Malekith that made that oath is not the same Malekith as the one that broke it. You know, those were two very different individuals who had very different objectives, very different goals. And it's arguable that the Malekith that made that oath died the second that he betrayed and killed Belshazzar, the Phoenix King. You know, so, but I think Malekith was being 100%. I think if you were to have a time portal, a portal through time, and you took Malekith that made that oath to Snorri Whitebeard, and you teleported him to the future to confront the Malekith that brought about the Sundering and like all the bad shit. I think that the Malekith you brought forward in time would be deeply disgusted and angry with the Malekith of the future and what he had done. I think there would be a rather extreme series of reactions. All right, let's kick this baby up to the next rank. Get that garrison structure going immediately to counteract Valkia shenanigans. Oh, you know what? If I cancel all these, I can use my slaves to upgrade the marble building, which will make all of this construction significantly cheaper. Nice, that'll do.
Enacting my dark desires.
Okay.
Favored of the witch.
You can stand outside
Conquest lies ahead.
and just chill out in ambush stance for a bit.
You are welcome here.
I'll try.
Come, fellow Druchii. Let us.
You may be about to. All these factions may be about to die, but I'm gonna try and get my money out of them before they do. Hagen, what do you think Grummage would feel about what Malekith become if Malekith hadn't attacked the dwarves and something else woke him up? Well, I mean, the thing with that is it's very likely nothing could have woken Grumbridle up except for that oath by being betrayed by Malekith. It would have taken a profound act of betrayal and just awful to set off that chain of events. It could not have happened. I don't think Grumbridle would have woke up otherwise, to be completely honest with you. Yes, I would like more slaves, please. Okay, I am going to work my way through their territory. And I'm going to build a military building here because the AI really likes military buildings. Ugh. Is the Altar of Ultimate Darkness the edgiest settlement name? It's certainly up there. I don't know if it's the most edgy, but it's pretty fucking edgy. I don't know. There are some ridiculously named Chaos Fortresses in the north. Where you have like the Tower of Blades or the Palace of Eternal Shrieks or Shrieking and other goofy shit like that. All right, Gromby.
I don't have time for words. The Dowie need me.
Could I convince you to give me the Temple of Cain for Shroktak Mountain? I can! Oh, but if I... Yes, I see. Yes, I will take that trade. You give me the Temple of Cain. I will give you Shortack Mount. And I will join your war against the Beastmen, which won't really do anything for me right now. Okay, so I'll just trade you settlements and you pay me money.
Alright.
Yep. That is yes in our tongue. Okay. Good. Good trade. Good trade.
Come, fellow Druchii, let us speak.
Let us also set into motion our inevitable, but... Well, actually, I don't want to betray Clark Howrun just yet. I would rather confederate them as they get horribly desperate.
Before the Black Court. Good luck.
Hopefully they will continue to get their shit pushed in.
Welcome to the Black Court. Choose your words carefully.
You, join me. Good, good. Karan Kar is mine! You're fired.
Master Druchii.
2 masters. I have use for one of you. The other one can stay there. Get rid of this one. Upgrade this. I don't hate this, so I will allow it for now. Summon a sorceress! I don't really see one that I super like. Confidence, not bad. Vicious is pretty decent. I'm not really interested in malicious. Cruel is pretty nice. Cunning's pretty nice, but I already have a dark wizard. Though I'm not really focusing Malekith into sorcery as much. I'm thinking cunning or cruel. Poison attacks are very nice, as is improved ambush chance. Yes, you.
Supreme Sorceress of Grant. Supreme Sorceress of Grant.
Master of Nagaroth. This is real military might.
And you will lead the charge
Malekith.
against Elithanar.
Cruel Dreadlord.
Hopefully that character does not get discovered by the Skaven. And they will attack, and I can punch them in the face. Should Malekith get a Black Court mechanic focused on keeping the Dreadlords in line? I think that could be fun. I know there's a lot of desire to have unique mechanics for each of the characters, like pretty much every character in the game. I don't know if that's necessarily achievable, but where it can be done, I think raiding season, nice. I don't think that's by any means a bad idea. So I think if you were like, what can we do for Malekith? I think that would be a really good place to start.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
What's best for me? I've skills to show. What command?
Cruel Sorceress.
You need this. I want rebellions in Karan Kar, now that I think about it. I would like rebellions here. So let's do that.
Feel my power.
Okay.
Sorceress. Traveling.
You hang out outside in ambush stance for now.
Enchantress. Of course.
Go over there where you have a higher ambush chance just for the moment. I could get you troops, but I don't really have the money for it at the moment. So I'll let it stay as is for the moment. Actually, go ahead and break down that building. I have everything I think I want. Portrack, have a good night. Grumbrindle may beat me to Har Cauldra, which is not ideal. I'm hoping the Skaven will cut him off.
Overlord, I know my path. Who calls me?
I think he's just out of range.
My cruelty knows no limits.
We'll have to see. Okay, things are coming along. All things in good time. All things in good time.
I have much to show. With the tides.
Master of cruelty.
Yeah, I think the Black Court would actually be an excellent mechanic for Malekith. That would work really, really well. Because that could allow you to just have some fun diplomacy stuff. That would, especially when it comes to like making Dreadlords a much more interesting and dynamic choice. I think that could work quite well. Interesting. No! Grumbrindle made it! Shit. Stupid dwarf.
Chosen of Cain.
Why do you have to complicate matters?
Druchii,
And of course, because he captured it, it made the Skaven act dumb.
King of
Grrr! That complicates things. More than I would have liked. What is going to be the best way to deal with that? I'm thinking what we may need to try and do. Maybe send Malekith to deal with the Lithanar now.
I kill the cave.
Really try and get a Lithanar under control.
Limitless power.
Give me a Black Arc. I could try sending Alyssa. God, I don't know how I'm going to get Har Cauldra back from him. Oh, well, no, I could conquer Iron Frost. That would be the way to do it. That's what we have to do. Okay. We need to take Iron Frost from the Norskins without going through Grumbrindle's territory.
Guided by authority.
This is a very interesting challenge. Trying to earn Grumbrindle's affection. It's intriguing, though. Yeah, that is tricky, tricky, tricky. What unique mechanics did I give to each of the Tomb Kings? The big thing I would do with Cetra is that I would... That's actually interesting. I think for Khalida, I would definitely do with Khalida offerings to Asaf that revolve around her, like, making herself more powerful, more beautiful, depending on how you want to look at it. You know what? Before I send Malekith off, let's get him, like, back to full, and let's go get my circlet real fast. Let's go get my hat, and then we'll go from there. I would probably recommend, let's see. I would have Grand Hierophant Khatep. I think could have a fun mechanic that revolves around him trying to perfect the resurrection arts. So he has like different mechanics that require you to go to like gather up large amounts of canopic jars, maybe unlock like a certain selection of items and regiments of renown and stuff like that. So like they require you to buy certain kinds of things.
This altar, not in Cain's name, but mine own. Solve the desperate gods, I advise you, stay out of my way. If not, you shall face the might of the Druchii, and our ways of killing are far more inventive than your own.
Sorry, I was letting Malekith finish his little thing there.
I will have destruction.
I would say the very big thing for me. So I would have Grand Hierophant Khatep should be focused all about trying to perfect the arts of the his cult, right? And I think the fun way to do that would be that you have to like unlock specific things using the canopic jars, and he also gets like additional unique options for his canopic jars, just like how Thoric Ironbrow has like his own unique version of the runesmithing workshop. I would give Khatep his own unique segment for the canopic jars, where he basically is perfecting various rituals to perfect the arts of the Tomb Kings. So like he has one that you spend a bunch of you have to have like the correct resources for it and the right amount of canopic jars or whatever, and when he does that one, it gives you like a big fat permanent buff to all of your Ushapti. And then he has another one that gives you a big fat permanent buff to all of your Lich Priests and stuff like that. So it's cool things to make the various different aspects of the Tomb Kings that are deeply affected by the mortuary cult, which is everything, to be frank, more powerful. For Cetra, I think for Cetra, you would have two options. I think the first option that I would probably think would work the best and most interesting for Cetra would be Cetra. I would probably, actually with Cetra, I would probably give him a unique system that's about him reclaiming his ancient empire. So like, oh, Cetra gets bonuses for every notable part of ancient Nehekhara when it was at its prime that he takes back. So his campaign is really heavily about retaking the entirety of Nehekhara at its peak, and as he takes more and more and more territory, he gets more powerful, and he finds like ancient Tomb Kings that have fallen asleep, or he discovers like legendary lost legions, or like he gets closer to fully awakening his own power in whatever way that might manifest. There are a lot of different methods you could do for that, but that would probably be like the main focus, in my opinion. That would work well for him. From there, I would either do that, or you could either do a system where it's about Cetra like reclaiming the powers of the various gods that once pledged to him long ago, and like regaining all of their regaining and reigniting all of their blessings. But I don't think that works as well, because it would also kind of conflate a bit with what I would want to do with Khalida. Because the big thing I would want to do with Khalida that would be super fun would be that Khalida should have a mechanic that revolves around Asaf. So Khalida should be like making various offerings and rituals and stuff to Asaf, and as you do them, it restores Khalida to life. So she goes from being kind of a standard Tomb King to the goddess of magic, beauty, and asps, returning Khalida and restoring her to like full power. which if they wanted to go the extra mile would be nice if they, you know, made an in-game model where she becomes like, instead of it being her mummy face underneath, like she, I don't know, maybe she gets more alive looking, but you don't need to do that, you just could do it. But the big thing that I would want to lean in on is that Khalida, like, I would probably do something kind of similar to Crone Hellebron, where you're able to do offerings and rituals to Asaf, and when you do, Khalida gets, like, a major power boost and other buffs, especially with, like, other factions, like non-Tomb King factions especially, because she goes from being, like, this horrible undead mummy to being, like, this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful woman that's extremely powerful. So maybe it gives her various buffs and powers with other factions. Alternatively, what might be more interesting would be instead going full vampire hunter. Like, have Khalida have the vampire hunter campaign, where every time she wipes out a big vampire faction, she essentially uses them as offerings to Asaf, and she gets like some really cool buffs and powers and stuff. So her campaign revolves very heavily around doing whatever it takes, making alliances, betraying people, like doing whatever it takes to track down all of Neferata's all of her spawn, and hunting them to extinction. I think that would actually be much more interesting. I would probably just give her, like, if anything, I would want to go into Khalida's campaign and give her a unique right, which currently she does not have a unique right. She has the exact same rights as all the other Tomb Kings. I would probably go into her campaign and say, hey, let's give her a unique right that's the right of Asaf, and it gives her unique bonuses, including that it gives her like major plus diplomacy with all non-Tomb King or actually I would say with all factions, even the Tomb Kings, but it gives her major diplomacy bonuses with all factions because she's like fully beautiful and gorgeous and stuff, and like the winds of magic are kicked up into a frenzy and yada 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 yada. That would be my go-to, I think. And then her main mechanic is all about vampire hunting. Because who doesn't want to play Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter using Khalida? That, in my opinion, that sounds like a great time. That just sounds like a party. Am I gonna buy Stormgate? No. I don't have any plans to play that. I don't think there's anything about that game that appeals to me. If you wanna watch a content creator that's definitely gonna play Stormgate and probably have a really good time with it, I would advise subscribing and or following Inticity. I'm pretty sure Inticity is gonna play that, and I think he'll have a really good time with it. But do I personally have an interest in it? No. It's sci-fi, which I already don't like. And it's basically like just a more, it's a new StarCraft, and I already was not a big StarCraft fan. I enjoyed StarCraft, but like I don't really fuck with sci-fi unless there's like a really notable reason to. Give me my hat!
With pleasure. Battle calls.
Slaughter them!
Dark shards. Destroy without question. We are ready. Bleed them dry. Dark shards.
Malekith!
Eager for blood!
Druchii. Dark shards.
The true king!
Cain sucked some blood!
And he says Warhammer Fantasy is fantasy sci-fi. Yeah, but there's a fantasy element to it. And it's really just sci-fi under the hood. What about Archon? Archon's actually really easy to do. All you do with Archon is you just take his vampire count unit mechanic and you make it a mechanic, not a building, is what I would do. I would make it where Archon the Black still builds that unique building that gives him access to vampire count units, but instead of it just giving you access to vampire count units, I would have that he has like a system or a bar or whatever that you open, and within that system or bar or what have you, you have all of the different oh my god, I'm having a huge brain fart. When you open that system, you have like all the different vampire count units, and he unlocks them by spending canopic jars. So you would open it and be like, oh, if I want to recruit crypt ghouls, I need to get this thing that'll let me have crypt ghouls. Or, oh, if I want this other thing, then I need to do this option, which will give me access to whatever this other thing is. That is what I would recommend doing. That way he can earn significantly more of the vampire count roster. So he could get like way more vampire count goodies. But you have to unlock and earn them over the course of a campaign instead of just instead of just being lazy about it. What's your... Oh, you're tough? Yeah, that's fine.
My time, my talents.
Come serve your king. Oh, I can get assassins and death hags. Definitely need assassins. Weapon master is really good. We're gonna put both of these in our other ladies' armies to make sure they stay loyal. And then I can get death hags as well. Wow, these death hag options are fucking terrible. They already have poison attacks, so cunning sucks. Perceptive's just not that great. And determined is terrible because they have frenzy. So I guess I'm not getting a death hag yet. I will get a sorceress though. Ooh, discipline's really good. I do like cruel. It's tough. Cunning beast sorceress. Let's do that.
I command the winds. Relics, come forth.
Witch King.
All right, cool. That gives us a really nice selection of characters. Oh, I could get some witch elves. Witch elves would be better than bleak swords, I think. And I don't want to spend 2 turns here. I only want to spend 1 turn here.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Peerless.
But yeah, I think that would be a pretty good list. Here you can have the growth building actually. Oh, interesting. I've got slaves. Do growth. Also, get me a black arc.
Dreadlord of Nagaroth. I will continue in time.
Do I think Malice should get a legendary hero? No, I think Malice is fine. Another co-op suggestion for you and Andy: Archon the Black and Aztec the Slaughter. That one would be that I like that pairing, but that one's a little difficult because of how far away they are from each other. They're a very, very long way from one another, which makes that a bit difficult.
I am the Witch King.
Okay, the only sucky thing about this is I can't get to the Altar of Ultimate Darkness without going through Gromrindal's lands, which I don't want to do.
Your death will be remembered in in another of my glorious sagas.
I will join your war against the Beastmen to make you a bit happier. And then Malekith,
Lord of the Black.
you're gonna have to go on a bit of a detour, buddy. So you can take one more turn to kind of heal up, and then we're gonna go all the way around.
Lord of the Black Court, sail, damn you! I admire your darkness.
My skills are feel the power.
The rest of you have your orders.
What awaits me?
Merciless.
Cruel dreadlord.
Do not fail me. Don't fuck it up. Well, the cage breakers are like, we should be friends.
Make haste. I have rights to lead.
Who do you... that's not enough yet. There's work to be done. Chop, chop. Do I want to sacrifice them for money or growth? How much growth do I need here? 4? Yeah, do growth. Kill them! Kill them all! Grady Shamer, I mean, yeah, I'm just throwing ideas at the wall. You wouldn't have to use any of them. I'm just throwing options. And hopefully they would just take whatever ones work best. Oh, the cage breakers are dead. Damn it! I should have offered to fight them while they were still alive. That would have been an easy W.
Malekith.
All right, Malekith.
Let none live.
You know what? Instead of... Oh, wow, that is... And I already fucked up. Okay, whatever, fine.
Malevolent Lord.
You, my dear,
Hateful bidding.
should prepare for battle with the Warriors of Chaos, because it's going to be ugly.
The people grow restless.
Blackguard.
Ugly with a capital U.
Forth.
The people are displeased.
Do I think Archon the Black should get Crypt Artist campaign? Using the method I described earlier to make it a campaign mechanic as opposed to just giving it to him? Yes. Unique mechanics for Tyrion, Teclis, and Marathi. I mean, Marathi kind of has a unique mechanic. Be at war with the following faction. I will not. Chat has forbidden me to do so.
Give them to Cain.
Go on. Pick them apart.
Go raid for me.
What now?
Make yourselves useful.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Get your ass over here. No, we're not doing that because we're saving up. Well, I could, because then it would actually be able to resist a high elf attack. No, I'm gonna save up for the slave port. A short war? Rude.
Feel my power.
Okay, we are gonna start grotesquely pissing off Valkia, but I don't want to declare war against her just yet. Is Katerin the only person to get the Golden Knight? No, all Kislevites characters get access to the Golden Knight. Could I start AOS lore videos? I would love to, but I don't have time right now. When they happen, they'll just kind of happen. Yeah, the only thing I would do for Marathi is I would say maybe the same thing of that. Introduce a system for her where you use magic Ooh, stimulate growth. Yeah, I'll take that.
Dark power.
Where like instead of it just being, oh, she just gets dark or Slaanesh units. I would say either give her like a fun twist on the seduction mechanic. So maybe give Morathi the ability to seduce, right? Her faction. But not the battle version, I should say. So I would not do the version where it's like, oh, you can vassalize a faction, because I don't think Dark Elves can vassalize. No, Dark Elves can't vassalize, so I wouldn't do that. What I would do is I would lean into, I would very much lean into the idea of, oh, let's give her like gimmicks around, still have all these crappy heroes. I would lean very much into, let's give her, you know, the ability to seduce units before a battle. So she has a system like Slaanesh does, or she kind of parrots a Slaaneshi system, similar to how the what do you call them? The Warriors of Chaos do, like Sigvald. So I would make her kind of like Sigvald. Don't mind me, just passing through.
I'm not much for words, but I'm pretty nifty with an axe.
Ooh, how about I help you fight those bone boys?
Dark servant.
Okay, we do need to be careful where we're standing.
Watch and wait.
Fear my malice. I approve of these dark deeds.
Dark deeds!
Yes.
If you haven't, why not consider picking up Dark Deeds to support Andy Law and his company, which also helps support Lorebeards, because what helps Andy helps me.
What is your dark?
Not necessarily financially, but you know, we're bros.
Guided by authority.
Almost. It's actually not a pre-order anymore. I actually got an email saying Dark Deeds has been shipped, which is super exciting.
We are long past words. You know that.
You want peace? Will you give me like a lot of money? No. Choke on it, Epidemius. I still Roth proper, or down into Lustria maybe. I don't like his current start position because it's so close to Tarmacon, which is just kind of boring. Ooh, that's a lot of Warriors of Chaos over there. I think it's time to hide indoors. I'm almost there. Let's get training to make our troops as good as they can be.
War and slaughter.
Okay, if they're gonna declare war on me, I feel like it's coming up real fast. So why don't we go ahead and pop Sacrifice to Cain. So we have our defenses ready.
Powerful enchantress.
If you pick up how many, you shouldn't need too many elves to take Slaver's Point. Okay, not yet. Not yet. Soon, but not yet.
Mother of the dark convent.
More growth, please.
Limitless. I want them dead.
You just stay stealth and try and get that trait unlocked.
Forbidden magic. A novel prospect.
I do want to keep an eye on the Temple of Cain, because I am a little scared of Khatep coming up and, like, sniping it. Who wins Malice versus Morathi? Morathi. Morathi would absolutely obliterate Malice. that would not even be a contest, I genuinely think. No, Marathi would destroy him. Tyranny Teclis? Teclis, I would do a mechanic around the White Tower of Hoeth. You could either make it similar to Gelt's mechanic, or you could try and make it a little bit more unique. Maybe base it more around, like, sword masters and wizards. So, like, you have a whole system of, like, teaching your sword masters and wizards the various aspects of magic and, like, making them more powerful, unlocking various cool abilities and unique gimmicks for them, is probably the way I would pitch it. It'd be a little tricky, but I think it's doable. Did they leave? Oh, they left.
Leave nothing.
My cruelty knows no limits.
We're almost there. Actually, I think if I do March Stance, I'm not gonna be close enough yet. Man, shit's about to hit the fan. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be really ugly. Everyone hold on to your butts, because here it comes. I don't think I want to be friends with Solostra. I just want to confederate Clarkaron, but I don't necessarily want to befriend them. Because I don't think Grumberdo likes them. No. No, he certainly does not. I can't believe Marathi lost to Teclis. I mean, Teclis is essentially got god power behind him. Oh, but anyway, sorry to answer the question. So Teclis, I would do White Tower of Hoeth shenanigans. White Tower of Hoeth mechanics and like really lean heavily into that and have really cool fun with it. Then what I would do is I would want to lean into I would really want to lean into... So, yeah, I would do... Ooh, slaves per turn. That's nice. Really be like, okay, we're gonna lean heavy into the whole idea of, like, he's able to improve the White Tower of Hoeth, and he's able to buff he's able to buff sword masters, lore masters of Hoeth, mages, archmages, and that's kind of like his main focus. He really focuses in on buffs those units by like recruiting or like unlocking certain cool techs and things in the White Tower of Hoeth. And maybe you could lean into it like, oh, there's places he can explore in the world where he can like divine certain wisdom. Like, so if he's down the Southlands, if he takes over a certain, like if he allies certain faction. Oh, that would be the fun way to do it. I would make it, ooh, favored? Oh, dude, that's a sick trait. Favored is awesome. 5% upkeep reduction, 3 control per turn, and they basically will never lose loyalty. Fuck yeah, that's amazing. Sign me up for that shit. Let's get Martial Society. Alright, Malekith, it's go time. Oh, no. Don't do it that way. Instead of declaring war like that...
Who seeks the mistress of Harganeth?
Let me say... who all is at war with Volkia? Who hates Volkia? Just Harganeth. Okay. So I'm going to go to Harganeth. Where are you? Here. And I'm going to say...
I have rights to lead.
Let me join your war, and you give me a military alliance and money.
Agreed.
Nice. And then we will capture Iron Frost. Well, and we'll loot and occupy it, so we get a bunch of slaves out of it. Good. Good. Yes. Grab evasion. You grab indomitable will.
The true king
And then Iron Frost, we will prepare to sell to the dwarfs.
Be prepared for slaughter.
Hopefully in exchange for Har Cauldra. That is the goal. But we will definitely now have pissed off Valkia enough that she's gonna come at us. Okay, this isn't recycling out garbage
Hag of Cain.
hag, so I'm just gonna recruit one and destroy her so it starts cycling. Okay, we'll be able to upgrade the Temple of Cain next turn, which is good. Do I want to upgrade the Altar of Ultimate Darkness? Ooh, it would give me the landmark, which is quite expensive, but that might be worth it, because I could also get the garrison to help protect it. Yeah, I think that is going to be worth it. Let's get those walls up. Money. Growth. Yeah, get everything up and running.
For the Witch King.
No, you're in the perfect position. You just keep being all... Actually, what's defending this? Not a lot. It's 2 Warriors of Chaos, 3 Marauders. I think we could take them.
Awaiting.
Wait, am I still in raid stance? No, I'm not. No, I can win this. No, I'd win. And then for Tyrion's mechanics, Tyrion should have the Phoenix Court mechanic. Like, I guess all Intrigue Court is technically all of them. I would have Tyrion lean into the Defender of Ulthuan as a mechanic. So like he should be, Finnabar should be Tyrion's mechanic, where he is like talking to the Phoenix King. He is like able to, like, the Phoenix King is basically asking him to take care of things. Like, that's what I would probably do, is the Phoenix King's like, hey, I need you to go deal with this. I need you to go deal with this. I need you to go deal with this. Because that's Tyrion's job as the Defender of Ulthuan, is that he is Finnabar's sword. That is wielded against the rest of the world. Assassin, go do assassin-y things. The rest of you, with me. Let's see if you could start shooting those warriors. That'd be cool. Actually, you should be out front. Mummy's here. Yeah, if a woman dressed like this came up to me and like wanted something, I would have zero ability to say no. Just to be totally blunt. Bring them back to me.
I am destruction. Bringer of death.
Kill them! Cowards.
Onwards. Cain, take them. Sorceress of Grond.
Merciless warriors. Corsairs.
They'll come to us. Be patient. Be patient.
Carnage awaits. Corsairs. Moving out.
Into them! Put that anti-infantry bonus to work.
Eager. Kill. Come, Malekith.
Signal the Black Ark! Let the bombardments begin. Dark Conduit!
Druchii!
Scourge of the West!
Bring down the lightning! Oop, I hit my own lord.
Portrait of Nagaroth!
We can have a little friendly fire as a treat.
Oreo! 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 Visions of destruction!
Corsairs! No survivors!
Elfry! Sister of the Dark Convent! Sorceress of Grove! Attack!
We are ready! Going! Slash! Kill!
Blood will flow!
Dark Purpose!
Corsairs! Cold-blooded killers!
Redlord!
Destroy!
This is madness! Druchii!
They're gonna dodge it. No, they're not. Oh, delicious.
Druchii tyrant! Attack!
Kill what you can!
Dreadlord!
We had just the right amount of firepower. Just. About there? Yeah! Good shot, Sotek. Good shot. Ooh! 2 for 2, baby. Good work, lads. Good work. Ooh, using the Chaos Dwarf tower system for the Tower of Hoeth. That's pretty cool. I could see that. That'd be pretty neat. Is there a lore-based reason she wears the mask? Because nobody cared who she was until she wore the mask.
Do not cease!
Not really. If you were like, I need a reason, Sotek, I need a reason. I would say that it would represent one of her gods, so it would have a religious purpose. So, like, it strikes fear into the heart of her enemies, and also gives her, like, the appearance of Cain, for instance. So she wears it in offering to Cain, as well as it having the effect of frightening her enemies upon the battlefields.
Silence, worm!
Ever closer.
The real reason, though, is because it looks hot as fuck. To be just very blunt.
You stand before the supreme ruler of Nagaroth. Speak.
What you want, boy? Trade? Shouldn't have. Oh, it's hot. I want like another fan coming at me from this way. Oh, here comes Valkia. She is beat up though, so that's nice.
Dark servant, establish a garrison.
Yes.
King of the Druchii, I'm going. Spreading misery.
Ooh.
Let none live.
Now the hope is that we'll be able to sell this off to the dwarfs in exchange for Har Caldra.
I'm here, you're here, let's talk.
Current negotiations are not looking great, but we'll see what it looks like after I've got a building in there.
Supreme.
More slaves. We can almost upgrade Karan Kar.
Dark sorceress. Feared warrior.
Oh, nice. We can upgrade the Temple of Cain.
Your destruction will bring me untold pleasure.
Now, that I will grant you peace.
Sign!
Not gonna save you from malice, but I'll take 5,000 gold. Wait, what? Did I pick up a... Oh, I got disciplinarian. Okay.
The ancestors bow to no one.
No, he still won't hand over Har Caldra. Okay. So in that case, we need to encourage growth in Ironfrost.
King, I accept destruction and slaughter.
A step too far.
You have my permission to pick up a Medusa and a unit of Witch Elves.
Black-hearted.
You're probably gonna need them.
All powerful sorceress. Powerful enchantress.
May order food here in just a minute. Have you seen how Tsar Nagron looks in the old world mod? It's actually so awesome. No, I haven't. I don't mess with mods that much. Why the Dark Elves have all the best Dommy mommies? I don't know if they would actually have the best. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I know that may sound sacrilegious, but Valkia. Ooh, do I play this out for the drama? I think I do. I think I do. But dramatic pause! Let me order pizza. Cain has a type? Funny you mentioned that. When me and Andy did the Cain stream, we talked about a number of things. One of the things that came up was that you have to kind of go watch it, but I will tell you that what is revealed in that stream is that Cain is quite literally into bikini wearing, big titty, long white and pink hair witch elves with crazy like eye streak down makeup, to which a lot of people, myself included, saw that and went, pretty based, Cain, pretty based. Also, he has literal elf god twins fighting over him. So, you know, Cain's got it made. Cain's got it made. And I'm not shitting you. Go watch the stream. We do actually talk about that. I'm not fucking with you. Bare feet? I think so. I'd have to double check. I think they have... Wait, no. I think they wear shoes. Maybe? Not actually sure on that one. Food, 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 food. I'm starting to hear my family being like, "Why'd you order pizza?" Why didn't you get something healthier? I had healthy stuff for lunch. I literally had a wheat sandwich. Or I had a sandwich with wheat, turkey meat, lettuce, tomato, onion. That was it. No sauce. Just that. Oh, let's fucking do this. I thought his type was brooding edgelords. No, he is a brooding edgelord. She has 3 exalted bloodletters. That is spooky. Diet Coke? Nah, I got Dr. Pepper. That place doesn't actually have Coke. So Dr. Pepper it is. You want pizza? Then get a pizza. You're an adult, I assume. If you're watching my streams, you better be an adult. If I ever find out you're not an adult, I will punch you so hard. Come to me, Volkia. Come and meet thy end. I want my trio of characters ready to go. We've got Harganeth Executioner bodyguards. Those aren't Harganeth Executioners. Those are Blackguard. Who are we going to send to hold off this swarm? Ugh, Cormac's over there. Ugh. Actually, what's coming in over here? You know what? We are going to want the Blackguard to deal with Cormac. Because Cormac's on a juggernaut, and I would rather he not.
Take their hearts! Dread spears!
Dread spears y'all can reinforce. I want Shades to help with Volkia. Activate the towers. When they get close, we melt them. I want overwhelming force on this flank. Oh, we've actually got Cold One Knights, which is nice.
Cold-blooded killers.
To the walls! What do I have left? Bleak Swords and 2 Dread Spears. 2 Dread Spears. Reinforce on this flank. Bleak Swords, you're going to reinforce to help deal with when Volkia inevitably comes and starts pogo sticking on my characters. Begin!
For Nagaroth!
Focus those exalted bloodletters. I don't want them anywhere near these walls. Oh, damn, those towers did a hit. All right, come on. Come on, Valkia. Come on, bitch. Does she have her shield? She does have her shield. Daka, 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 daka. Wow, okay, we missed a lot of those. That's okay, we missed into the bloodletters, so... Ow! Oh, don't land on the walls, you bitch. Shades! Fire!
Orders understood. Cold-blooded killers.
Keep those towers firing. Hold them in place!
Merciless warriors.
Alright, you can pull off. Let's hurt those marauders.
Very well.
How are things going on this flank?
Dark shard.
Whoop! Dark shards, pull back!
Advancing.
Pull back! Pull back!
Onward. Battle calls. Without question.
Hold the walls!
Who says?
Marauders, exalted bloodletters. Hammer them with everything we got.
Behold the power of the arms.
Eager. Come, Malekith.
Druchii. By Betrayal. Dark
Bleak sword, she's all yours. Get her.
withdraw.
Dreadlord.
I'm not sending my Dreadlord in against her.
Of hearts.
Okay, apparently I am.
Sorceress of growth.
Buffs!
Sarrow's End.
Do the thing!
Cut them deep.
Ooh!
Horses. Battle ready. Withdraw. Bloody murder.
Big boy tower.
Red spears. Moving out. Onward. Carnage awaits. Destroy.
Oh, they got blood crushers, or skull crushers. I didn't even see those.
Dealers in death. Dark shards. Eager for battle. Merciless warriors.
Make yourselves useful.
Scourge of the
No,
West.
no, no. Valky will get away, but not by much.
Merciless warriors.
On the walls.
We are ready.
Kill them.
Dealers in death.
Wretched foul lizard thing.
She's coming back? Of course she's coming back.
We are ready.
Cursed Sotek spawn.
Eager for battle.
I had this just laying around and thought it'd be cool to give this offering to the Lawmaster.
Hey, August Vlog, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
You didn't need to do that. I really appreciate that. That was very sweet of you. Thank you.
Elfry and Aha.
Somebody kill her!
Reign.
Druchii.
Okay, good. We've taken over this side of the fortress.
Suffering for all.
Valkia is dead!
Dark shards.
Good.
Orders understood. Slaughter them. Black bloods.
Sorcery is
Dealers in death. Dealers in death. Murder awaits. Eager for battle.
All right, Cormac is dead. No, he's still in there.
Dark elves.
You there? Activate the towers.
Withdraw.
No, you don't. You're not going nowhere, bitch.
By your command.
Cormac dies here. Victory! Good, that was easy. Game was like, oh, valiant defeat, my ass. Yeah, you better think twice about coming here again.
We are ready.
Druchii!
What are you doing? Activate the towers.
Nagarothi. Orders understood.
Get those fireballs shooting. Delicious. Bleh. Y'all are pretty close to the door. See if you can go kill them. Did they fix Black Ark Corsairs not having the range damage reduced from Sea Dragon Cloaks yet? They do not appear to have missile resistance, so no, I don't believe that's been fixed. Wait, is it supposed to give them missile resistance, or does it just mean they have higher armor than normal? I forget. If they're supposed to have missile resistance, then no, that's still bugged. Which, if that's a bug, I will make sure to get that fixed. Was butt ladders the worst change CA made to sieges? It definitely wasn't great. Nobody likes butt ladders. Nobody.
Put them in chains!
Absolutely nobody likes butt ladders. The sooner they're gone, the better. Unfortunately, they're deep down in the code. As they are, you know, it goes all the way back to like Warhammer 1. So dislodging it, so to speak, will take a bit of a Herculean effort. Not to say that it can't be done, but it will be a pain, from what I understand. Which, take that with a, you know, pretty hefty grain of salt, because I'm not a genius by any means of the imagination.
Favored of the Witch King.
What about now, dwarfs?
Who seeks the counsel of Grombrindle?
Do you like my settlement now? You do? Excellent. I bet if I upgrade this to tier 2, you'll like it even more. And that'll take just 2 turns, which I'm willing to wait. Good. That'll give us back control of Harkaldra. I'll just smash these. It's fine. Gorskins. Good. Good.
Who the council of Grombrindle?
I do. Give me back Harkaldra. What? You liked it? Oh. Fine. Take your
Oran!
fucking money. Fucking goddamn dwarfs. Fucking dwarfs. I will say, one thing I might actually recommend to the devs, I really wish the tyrant option for Malekith, I wish it would give him diplomacy with all factions to represent him taking like a more noble aspect instead of just with Dark Elves. Like, even if they have to knock it down to like +10, though I think +15 would still be fine. But I really wish it was +15 to all factions, not +15 to Dark Elves. Because that would actually make it, I think, a lot more viable. Because right now it's like significantly worse. Like, I think the War Leader one is so much better. They kind of need to rebalance this. Because it's like, oh, 5% extra income from slaves, which is not as good as it used to be. That's not as good as it used to be. And then Tyrant is 5% extra income from buildings. Whoop-de-doo. War Leader is 10% upkeep reduction to all armies. That alone is better than, like, all of this. Like, holy shit, that's ridiculous. Looting and sacking, Lord recruitment, casualty replenishment. Wow, 50% extra income on battle. I think actually I'll take Triumph of Evil first. Piercing bolts of burning. Take another point in training, and then Noble-born ruler. Oh, does it enable income through slaves? If it actually enables income from slaves when it normally doesn't, then I would take back everything I just said. In which case, that's really, really good.
Dreadlord. Master of
Come here, bitch.
They belong to me. Establish a garrison.
Tee-hee!
A black-hearted rogue.
Thanks for the donation, biatch. Manbane's really good. Dark Venom's not... God. I wish Dark Venom was better. Like, it's a lot of bonus weapon damage. It lasts for a while, but it's one use only. It's just not that great. Black, like, Discourage is actually pretty decent, because Discourage affects your melee and your range attacks, but Manbane, I think, is just better. Just so much more often, because it's a passive instead of an active.
Black-hearted Dreadlord.
You know what? Let's go ahead and grab Upgrade for the tech tree, so that I can start buffing my Black Arcs.
Cruel and deadly.
Not gonna do that yet. Okay, good. We dealt a pretty heavy blow to... You know what? Go ahead and upgrade Hallcartra. We dealt a pretty big blow to Volkio, which is awesome. And Grombrindle is still liking us. Look at that! We're getting positive relations with Grombrindle.
Greetings.
We're on our way, boys. Wintertooth. I need to start prepping for my horrifying and inevitable betrayal of Haggrave.
Black Court aid you this day.
Which is going to make the Dawi very happy. Because he hates her. So I'm going to go ahead and start breaking down that friendship.
Druchii Lord.
Oh, okay, interesting. So it does actually give you access to income via slaves. Okay, so no. Okay, so that is still a really powerful ability then. All right, I take that back. Oh, thank you for the hydration reminders. Send their souls to the Dark Prince is a pretty temporary buff, which is meh. Sacrifice to Cain. Wow, plus 5% weapon strength for all armies. Oh, this is plus 5 wins magic for all armies. What is Righteous Wrath? Oh, that's pretty good. Sure, yeah. Throw them into the Blood Forges. Survivors of the infamous Har Kaldra Rebellion have been found sheltered in the Northern Mountains. Yep, throw them in the forges.
It is the greatest insult that Vol the Maker, elven god of smiths, has never blessed the sword you have forged. Destroyer, now is the time to right that wrong.
Indeed. Cool, I can go get Destroyer soon. Yes! Upgrade Karan Kar!
Vicious Dreadlord.
My cruelty knows no limits.
Sycophantic Schemer. Cool.
Lord of Nagaroth. Preparing an ambush. I am the Witch King.
Yeah, sure, I'll read Righteous Wrath for the moment. Let's upgrade to the Armor of Fortune. Give me that potion of healing. Let's give... Actually, Brass Cleaver on her's not bad. You can have the Dagger of Attack. I'll give the Brass Cleaver to my Master, because it's a really nice support weapon. Though, actually, no, I'm going to give it to my Sorceress. I think I prefer on the Sorceress. Let's give the Sword of Swift Slaying to my Master. He can also have the Spell Shield. And sure, the Potion of Speed, why not? Obsidian Lodestone, I'm going to smack that on her. Oh, look at that. We're neutral with Grombrindal, heading to 61 improvement. It's happening, chat. The bromance is coming along. It's coming along.
Such slaughter awaits.
My cruelty knows no limits. Birds bore me. Throw in some ale when you're talking.
You want this Glacier encampment? In exchange for a fucking defensive alliance? We've got the defensive alliance with Grombrindal!
Birds bore me. Throw in some ale when you're talking.
Alright, we're building our outpost. Soon, we will have brave Dawe in the armies of Malekith.
Lord of Fear.
Behold my power, chat. Behold my power and tremble.
Feared warrior. Speak.
Who can stand before the diplomatic might of Malekith? Oh, sorry, I missed the second thing of your thing. Can you give us a funny little tidbit about Greasus? Yes, I can actually give you several. So, fun thing about Greasus is that the way he claimed power was that he was the only one of his many brothers who was able to grow large and powerful enough that he took over the Gold Truth Tide by challenging his father to a fight in the Maw Pit. And they had this big epic confrontation, and it of course led to him killing and eating his own father. Beyond that, there was he also had to kill and eat several other contenders, some of whom were his own brothers, which he did. Because keep that in mind, not only did he kill them by beating them in combat, but he then proceeded to eat them. Like, just wolfed them down. Nom 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 nom.
You insult the ruler's powers.
Tasty.
What violent delights.
Your timing is poor.
Your timing's poor. I'm abandoning this mission. There will be no dwarven conflict.
Who seeks me? Spreading terror.
For the bromance has been reignited. Why are dark sorceresses half naked? Aesthetic, mainly. And I don't know if there'd really be an in-universe reason outside of just, like, it just emulates dark elf culture. And they want to appear, like, all sexy and stuff, because the sexiness itself is a weapon. Ooh. Altharion the Grim has the Sword of Cain? I don't know if I like that. This is mine now. 10k. Do I need 10k or do I just need 5k? I'll take the 10k. You know what? I can just take it back. Heir of an Adian. Why don't you go ahead and grab me reach equals grasp. So I can hopefully pick up more magic items. Then let's do magical reserves. And you can start... Actually, no. Let's do Conqueror. Alright, this should be the last settlement that we will just hand over to the dwarfs. I am not super worried about Harkuldra, but just to be safe, let's upgrade it to have walls.
Master of cruelty.
Things are looking up.
Supreme sorceress of Grant.
You prepare yourself for more battle. And the Temple of Cain's looking mighty good and delicious.
What? Onwards! Onwards! Do not cease!
And you can just hang out on March Dance. Can we get a team up with Nakari? Because it also sounds funny. I don't think we'll be able to pull those both off. I think we'll have to. I think we've picked our main ally, and the decisions on who we will be friends with from this point forward depends on who he likes. Solostra Conk. What the fuck? Andy is approaching with my order from the pizza place. Oh. It's not my Andy, though. It's an inferior Andy. I'm gonna go walk outside and tell that Andy to his face that he's not the Andy I wanted. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get my dinner. I'll be back in just a moment. Ugh. It's so fucking hot in here, dude. Oh, good. Oh, good. We got a lot of goodies from that. Alright, cool. Oh. Hold on, chat. I need to do something real quick for the delivery guy. 1 second. Oh, yeah. Man, this room must be like 85 fucking degrees or something. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. How's everybody doing? Honestly, I'm pretty pleased with like the roleplay elements we're having on this campaign so far. Befriending Grombrindal, I was not expecting.
Murderous lord.
So good job, chat. That was a brilliant idea.
King of Nagaroth.
Look at y'all using your big brain.
Very well.
Man, I really hope they add in Dark Elf towers at some point. Like, I want a watchtower here. I want a watchtower here. Watchtower here. And, actually, there technically would not be one over here, but I feel like there should be one over here somewhere. Like, I would really like for them to add in watchtowers along here. At some point. I don't need it right away, but I feel like it would be appropriate.
I am the White Dwarf. But spore me. Throw in some ale when you're talking.
He's willing to give me a trade agreement for nothing. There it is.
Agreed.
All right, we got trade and military alliance
Can I help you?
with Grombrindal.
What is your demand?
It's finally happened.
Cruel dreadlords.
We will have brave Dawi marching in our armies.
Go on.
We are honorable kings, chat. We did it.
Destruction lies beyond. Claim your prize, Druchii.
Ooh, I got a frenzy banner.
Noble of Nagaroth. Enacting my dark desires.
I have the power of the Dawi. Could they expand the north of Valkia? They could, yes. So the Total War Warhammer map can go north and it can go east. I had a chat with the devs about it once. To my understanding, the map cannot go west and it cannot go south without like severe problems.
What do you seek?
Once again, take that with a grain of salt, but I vaguely recall that being chatted about once.
The people grow restless. Tyrant.
Are you proud of me, chat? Can Dark Elves use Lore of Life in the lore? Yes, Dark Elves can use all of the lores of magic. Except for high magic. So they use all 8 battle lores in dark magic. What about yeast? Bro, I don't want to talk about your mom right now. Volkia is down to her last army. We're so close. Need to become the true Phoenix King? Yes, Ulthuan is on my to-do list. Nippon confirmed. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I think the only way we're getting things like Nippon, Naga, and all that stuff, like the longer things go, the more I'm like, ooh, that's probably going to have to be like a Warhammer 4 as opposed to Warhammer 3 editions. I'd be happy to be wrong on that, but that's kind of how I feel about it, to be honest. That's a grudging. That goes in the book.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm finally on the offensive. Horticulture should be able to hold off until I can get over there. Especially if I scoot him into port. No, he's gonna be out of range still. He tried.
Limitless power.
Do I want to attack the elves? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got the exact same, but some of them are characters, obviously. Let's get just a couple more troops. Wonder if I can lure Valkia to me by being like, oh look, I'm so juicy and I'm just standing out in the open. Oh no.
Dreadlord, awaiting
Whatever will I do?
Lord of Nagaroth.
Wiggle your butt. Make yourself look tempting to Valkia. Is the map almost stupidly huge now? Yeah, but it can get bigger. Can always get bigger. And Valkia attacks my city, which I think will be a perfect place to start next time. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun, but it's really unpleasant in here. Like, it's really hot. So I'm gonna get the hell out of this room for a while because I am sweating and like dying in here. So I'm gonna go enjoy and eat my food. I will come back later tonight, I think, for like some Final Fantasy, but we will continue the Dark Elf campaign tomorrow. So we'll do more Dark Elf tomorrow, some Final Fantasy later tonight, but I've just gotta get out of this room for a while. It's boiling. So we will continue this with the death of Valkia. Should be the grand finale for this particular element. But hey, we made friends with the dwarves. We did it. I'm really excited. So thank you all very much for being here and spending time with me. I hope you had a good time. I again apologize for the delay of the Lorebeard stream, but when we get to it, it should be a really good time. So keep Andy in your thoughts. For whatever it is that he's dealing with. Hopefully it all resolves okay and favorably, but thank you all so much for being here. I am gonna send you all off in the raid because I'm gonna be gone for a bit so I can eat my food, which is gonna take I'm gonna enjoy myself. So let's go. Okay. Chat, would y'all rather go? Oh, sorry, this is Twitch chat only. Well, not necessarily Twitch chat only. I could also... Would y'all rather go somewhere weird or would you rather go watch a friend of ours paint Skaven minis, the new Skaven? So would you rather Skaven painting stream or something really fucking odd? Like super odd. Quick, quick. What do you want? Skaven painting or weird? Someone make a choice for me. I don't want to have to decide. Foot stream? That's not an option. Weird stuff. Okay, weird. If you want to see the painting stream, I'll just post the link in chat. So if you want to go see Skaven painting stream, go here, tell Hal that I sent you, and give him my love. For those of you that are going to the weird place, I spelled it wrong the first time. Prepare yourselves for something strange. And people on YouTube chat, if you want to go to the weird stream, that's the weird stream. So hope you all have a lovely night. I'll see you next time, later tonight, and if not, tomorrow. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Hang on to your butts.